What's going on, guys? What's cracking? Out in the garage right now, working on the Supra here today. There's been an issue with this car that's been going on for a long time, and well, let me just freaking show you. Yeah. So as you guys can see, the hatch wants to fall. And the only reason it's staying up right now is the fact that these shocks right here are actually bent. So one of the tricks us Supra owners have, because for the longest time you couldn't buy these shocks, we would put over oomph into it and literally bend up the shock some. I don't think you guys can, you can see there's a slight bend in the rod there. So literally when you're pulling on it here, so if I pull on it, you can hear it like catching. So I mean, it literally goes up this high and then falls some until it meets the bend point. That's just what everyone did for the longest time. But we finally have a fix. So Lift Depot finally came out with a revised version that will actually work for the Toyota Supra. And everyone's probably saying, Ryan, what's the big deal? Why don't you just buy gas shocks like everyone else? I know what you're thinking. Like the front of my car here, which actually didn't come with gas shocks, I actually had a pair of Lift Depot ones put on 8 years ago before we actually had a kit. A guy named Kirk Price made them out, but he never made actual shocks for it, so you had to figure out the weight that you needed to hold up the hood. As you can see here, it uses a little ball detent here and a ball detent here. The difference is, on the hatch, it uses these two bolts up here, up top. Not a big deal, right? Not hard to deal with. The problem is, we have this custom mount here at the bottom. If you guys can see here, it actually bolts from the inside. So you have to take out the rear trunk plastic to get to it. Now, there is a little hack I'm going to show you today, so stay tuned. That's why I'm making this video specifically, to get this out, because if not, you're technically supposed to remove all the trunk, all the back seats. It gets to be a real pain in the butt. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, but I wanted to show you some more. These are truly OEM replacements, as you guys can see here. It's a true OEM replacement. It just pops right down in, has a little detent up top, even comes with new bolts and hardware, which I'm pretty impressed with. It comes with stainless steel nuts and washers. So yeah, pretty impressed with all this. So let's go ahead and bolt this up and get this done. All right, guys, as you guys can see here, I had custom washers I put in. Kind of stupidly, I kind of regret doing this, but I'm hoping these aren't stripped, which they are, which is pretty freaking awesome. So that's gonna be our first big obstacle. We're gonna have to try and get these out, which isn't going to be fun. All right, guys, you can see here, we got them out, but at the cost of destroying the dress-up bolts. Won't be using these again. Definitely dumb. Definitely was 22 years old and thought this was cool. Don't be a ricer. Don't be like me. But now that we got those out, we now need to move down here. We now need to move down here and get these from inside. This shouldn't be that much of an issue. There is a little plastic piece, which I'm gonna show you how to get off here, but those go from inside. I do recommend using a ratcheting flexible head 10 millimeter to get these off, which I'll show you here. So here's the 10 millimeter you guys are looking for. Something like this. It can actually ratchet and it has a flexible head on it too. This makes it a lot easier to get to that, because you're gonna probably have to bend the head a little bit to try and reach the 10 millimeters in there. But I'm gonna show you the plastic piece you guys need to pop off first. All right, guys, if you can tell here, I've had a little bit of change of a tire. Last night I was just getting so tired and I was tired of messing with it. And I'm glad I did, because I think I was just so beat that I was just not able to focus, but I was able to get one of them in. As you guys can see here, I was able to get one of them in. So here's the new shock. Got the new mounts, which are nice up there. They look the bolts actually look nice that they give you too, which I'm actually kind of surprised about. The bolts are a lot nicer than you think they would be, but everything fits in there nice. Pretty happy with it all. That mounts down there just like OEM does. I don't think there's any real tension on this right now. Is there? I guess it is, yeah, that's actually pushing back up on it already. But guys, I didn't show you this one because I'm gonna show you how to do it on this one the proper way, just because it's gonna be easier with, you know, the frustrations of this. Probably not going to remove that there on the other one, although it does make it easier for threading the original bolts on. I don't think it's necessity. We'll see here, I'll play it by ear, but what you're really doing is taking one of these flatheads, this big one here, and sticking it in between the plastic here, wedging it back like so, prying it back, and then you'll be able to get to the bolts on there. It's kind of hard for me to even show you right now, guys, but there's bolts back there. There's two 10 millimeters to be exact that you need to unbolt to get this off. Now again, guys, I'm an idiot and use these stupid dress-up washers, so what I have to do is use my easy out that I have on my drill right there and get these out. It's pretty stupid, but I'm gonna show you guys step by step how I take these out. This will lay down then. Hopefully this has enough tension over on that arm. If it doesn't, then I'll have to get something to prop this up. All right, guys, now that I've got that out, I'm gonna go ahead and bolt up the new mount for it that Lift Dupo actually includes with the kit. So just go ahead and line that up. And next up, what you're going to do is we're going to start prying this plastic back. You're going to want a flathead. You're going to want a box wrench with a flexible head and ratchet. You don't have to, but good luck doing it without it, doing it this way. But you can get this down at Advanced Auto, Harbor Freight, you name it. I always say Advanced Auto or something like that because everyone has one of those in their town nowadays. So we're going to start with this. We're going to pry back this plastic here. I'm going to try doing it without removing the belt loop like I did the other side, and hopefully this works. One. And second one. So guys, I actually am figuring something out here. This piece here, that little belt loop thing, technically it does make it a little bit easier getting this last one on because I'm finding like I can't get my fingers down there and I'm seeing now that it's pinching it up and causing the plastic to pinch up almost and press against my hand. Where over there I didn't have it because I removed it. So you can, I'm gonna try doing without it, but just an FYI guys, that does make it a little bit easier. All right guys, so look, trunk shocks work. Well, let me just show you. This is how happy I am. So they actually pull down. Now you do actually have to put a little bit more effort into it now. Holds it, I mean, look at that. Now I could shut it, but let's go ahead. Shut it. Pops up like normal. That makes me so freaking happy that that actually works now. It's been 8 years it hasn't worked. Finally. Big shout out to Lift Depot. Those things are freaking sweet. And guys, here's the bolts that would not come out. You can see each one of them is stripped out. I had to drill out every one of these. That's where I had bolts at the top before. Now that I have regular, they came with regular bolts this time around. Yeah, I'm an idiot and always going to use these from now on. But now that they work, I'm pretty freaking happy. I don't have to worry about it falling on my head, or I had them bent before, which is like the most common way guys use it. Pulling it up, it works, but it's nice that they finally truly work, and this isn't all rusted out now. It doesn't look like shit here. Stupid little things like this make me the happiest. People always say it's dumb, but it does truly make me happy. All right, guys, and on that note then, I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you guys very much for tuning in today. I do appreciate it. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Hopefully this will help you get your shocks in. If you guys wanna see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. Also, do me a big favor, check out the Facebook and Instagram. Also, go check out the Pure Function website. New hats, shirts, all that good stuff. Thank you guys very much, and I'll talk to you later. Peace!
There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.